just another night I can't sleep. Trust me, I tried going for a year or more without the marijuana, the devil's lettuce. Now, the judgmental attitude towards marijuana is one of the reasons why I don't go to church, amongst the other things. Sometimes hypocrisy, sometimes just don't want to do it. Not to demoralize any other Christians out there, but quite frankly, church makes me feel claustrophobic. And this really sucks because there's so many attractive women within these churches, but it just ain't me anymore. Prefer outdoors, really, always did. I'd rather go into the woods on a Sunday. It was harder this past Sunday because of my ankle, you know, loading myself up with 35 pounds and then going for 6K. And then what, 2 days later, 25 pounds and 4K, somewhere around there. You gotta produce if you want the meat, you know. And I'm staring at this drawing of my F-35. I didn't do this for anyone else, you know. I didn't do it to intimidate anyone. I know it's really intimidating for a lot of engineers who spend their entire lives in front of a computer screen and don't actually put their hands on any tools or, you know, beyond the SAE requirements or any kind of competition. And I'm looking at this airplane and I'm like, you know, this airplane's fat. It is fat. It is a fat airplane. You know, I wonder if you will agree if you look at when you look at the F-35. But you know, the F-35 is not a small aircraft. It's about the same size as a P-38. You know, the Lightning, which is supposed to replace. Joint Strike Fighter, more like a fighter bomber, multi-role fighter bomber with lots of electronic warfare gizmos. Internet battlefield connectivity, point-to-point communication, direct line of sight, or indirect off the atmosphere. Thank you, Roden Schwartz. I mean, it's not like I didn't know that stuff before, but now I know a whole lot more. That's my impression of a psychotic engineer. Is it really an impression? Let's find out. I'm starting to wonder if I'm a hard person to be around. Or if everyone else around me has gotten soft. Or always were. I don't know which of those possibilities is worse. And this drawing here, I accomplished this within a day so far. It's still got, I don't know, maybe another day in it before it's finished to the way that I want it. And then voodoo before it. Oopsie. Just trying not to flash my dick drawing. There's the hummingbird. The beryllium hummingbird. I very much love hummingbirds. Buzzing around the sweet spot. The sweetest flower. Yeah. See, a good cohesive design is natural. It's just attractive. If it looks good, it flies good. It used to be the saying, right? But so much of aviation is rotten now. It's rotten, dismembered, fractured. Insular, paranoid. Way too hopped up on Adderall and Red Bull to be effective anymore. Yeah. When I was in high school, this is all I did during lunch hour. I didn't have many friends. I wasn't really interested in having many friends. You know, I had like 3 or 4, if that, and a lot of acquaintances. And as I sit here and I look at this accomplishment, even if other people have other words to say about it, oh, it's ill proportioned. Oh, there's not enough detail. There's you know, the gear is not in the right place, and the perspective is wrong. But you know what? If it looks good and you feel something, and then it's a good piece of art. Not aesthetically pleasing, because aestheticism to me is woefully in the past. It's woefully in the past. An understanding of what is attractive by ancient standards. Now, I learned very early on that if I wasn't making art for the right reasons, then it wouldn't do anyone else any good either. So passion and all that stuff, what dreams are made of. And the great heights that we think we'll achieve as children. And we don't know how much other people will get in our way or try to steal the passions and convictions of our lives, the motivations and desires, and crush them. Again, to the engineers out there who spend a lot of time without a pencil in their hand and don't remember how to draw, I encourage you to do so. You know, I encourage you to be around the airplane, understand where exactly everything is, you know, how it is to work on it. Sometimes I know by looking at the designs and of other people, other companies, and you know, looking at things and you know, miss you know, a fastener that could go in a different way, or it could go somewhere else, just a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, make things all that much easier. But within modern aviation, there is this obsession with extreme uniformity. Extreme uniformity. And as I've said before, within history propaganda, that extreme uniformity is psychotic. It's insane. You repeat the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. You know, it's undervalued as to how powerful an engineer is when they learn how to draw for themselves. You know, this isn't on this image here as it is right now in its unfinished state. Cannot be replicated by AI. And it's not on the internet, you know, the paper copy. This is the only copy of this in the world. Someone else might draw it, but you know, this is mine. And this photo, sorry, this image is the only time I've ever drawn an F-35. Right now, to this point. This is the very first one. You know, and I enjoy doing this, the voodoo here, because it's like I said, it's like a child drew it, which is kind of what I'm after. So you know, monumental fuck up on Colonial Flight Craft's part by not taking the Starfighter. And I imagine it was something of an apology, or maybe I'm just, you know, too deluded to understand the world as it is right now. That Barry did buy a two-seater, and that was, you know, that was really, really a kick in the nuts. But I'm still alive, right? So there's still an opportunity to have another one. You know, gestures like this, they mean a lot to military people. Because it took you time, you know, and money isn't everything. Especially when you have all the time in the world. I am greatly tempted to do more effort on this, um, as it is right now. but it isn't quite finished yet. And and doing the typeset and everything, that always drove me up the wall, you know, all those little tick marks and everything, just to get it right. There's some people out there that will spend, I don't know, maybe like 5 hours on the landing gear, but at this size, it's not very. It's not worth it anymore. It's not worth it. You know, it's not worth it for me to work on aircraft anymore. Not hands on, at least. But this is hands on too. So I'm still working on an airplane. And when all the people that have screwed with me in my time, the wise words that someone said to me was that all I have to do is outlive them. All I have to do is outlive them. So, you know, again, to Lockheed Martin, I don't remember the CEO's name, but I don't know if you care for another picture of an F-35. But at least now you know where to find it. And where it is up here. And I don't need a team of people to do it. Just a select few. I look at the next generation, the tailless aircraft, and I'm just like, you know, as much as I love Northrop Grumman's B2, you know, and these concepts floating around. But tailless aircraft, as far as I'm concerned, for fighters, nah. As far as these aircraft are concerned, of course, I don't know very much about their shielding and their vulnerabilities to electronic warfare themselves, because you can spoof this coding. I'm pretty certain of it. There's always another challenge. You know, unforeseen consequences. There's always someone who is just like me, grinding away for 20 years, and then shows up out of the blue, and you're just like, where the fuck? What the fuck? Oh shit, he's the competition. I've said this before to multiple people, you know, I don't want to be your competition. I'd rather work with you. But other people's careers would disappear because of it. That's not really my problem. They rest on their laurels. They don't do the hard work. But I tell you, I have. So what's the point of this video? Companies come and go, but art is forever. And I make art. I don't make airplanes. I make art. And don't you ever forget it.